Happy New Year and welcome to 2026. Namaste. My name is Raj Patel, aka the Bourbon Guru. When you're blending, there's a couple of things. One, you got to keep it very simple, otherwise it gets very complicated and confusing. But think about I want to blend. What am I going to blend? I'm going to blend it based on mash bill. So I might take a rye whiskey and a wheat whiskey, and I'm going to blend it together. Or you might say I want to take a very high proof bourbon and a low proof bourbon and blend it together. Or you might say I'm going to take a regular bourbon and take a finished bourbon. We get a lot of these bourbons finished in sherry cask, French oak cask, and you can blend those two to see what the effect has on it. So first, you got to start with your theme. What's your theme? You want to blend two different mash bills. You want to blend two different proofs. You want to blend different finishing because you want to narrow it down to what you want to do to try and experiment. Then secondly, pick your bourbon. So in this example, what I'm doing is I have a high rye, 125 Sazerac rye, and then I have a wheated bourbon, the Weller 90 proof. So what I want to do is I want to blend these two bourbons. Now, I'm not an expert, so I'm going to have to experiment. So what I did over here is I put 20 ounces of the rye and I put 10 ounces of the wheat. So what I'm trying to do over here is to give a heavier rye base and see what flavors I get. So I'll take that and I'm going to put it in my sample bottle. So from a measurement standpoint, this was 2 portions rye, one portion wheat. I'm going to close this. I'm going to take that label. I'm going to put the label on it, right? And then put the label on it. Then I'm going to take another bottle and I'm going to change this. I'm going to do 2/3 wheat, 1/3 rye and see what happens with it. So I'm going to make like 4 or 5 different bottles. Now I might change this wheat out and bring in a different wheat. Or I might keep the rye, but then add something else like a French oak finished or a different kind of wood finish. So I'm going to make at least a dozen different combinations. And I'm going to have these dozen bottles with their labels. A month later, do smell each one, taste each one, narrow it down to 2 or 3, the one you like, and write notes and figure out which is going to be your signature blend. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I hope to see that you experiment, figure out your signature blend,